Welcome to a new edition of the Golf Report. I'm Harold Howe, and we've got something a little different today. We're here with Chris Bassick of Sky Eye Media, who's going to do something we haven't done before here at the club. We're going to do a video from the sky. And Chris, you got into this. You have your own business that videos golf courses from a bit up in the air. So we're going to see here a remote helicopter with a camera, and tell us how you came to the notion to create a business like this.
Well, I've been in this all my life. When I was about 3 or 4, I started in these helicopters, but it wasn't realistic to kind of strap a $2,000 camera into it until I know I was proficient enough to actually be able to fly these. So just a couple of years ago, I realized that it might have been the opportunity to try it. And the first reaction when I presented some of this material to one of the local golf courses, they were just blown away. Ever since then, it's just taken off.
All right. So now, first of all, there's several components to this. The helicopter. You actually built this helicopter yourself. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I designed it myself. I just graduated from Western. I took mechanical engineering and business. So that helped a little bit, but it's still, a lot of it came down to just prior experience when I was younger, designing and building these myself. And now I have this helicopter.
Yeah. So this isn't a kit. I mean, you're sort of, you know what you're doing, so you've got to pull it all together.
No, it's not a kit itself. The helicopter itself is just a high-performance model helicopter that you could buy at a hobby store, but then all their electronics are stuff that I sourced from different parts of the world when I was at school. And then when I graduated, I just kind of pieced it all together over the course of a month. And
so you've got the vehicle to carry the camera. I guess another big important part of this is it's got to be able to hold the camera stable, correct?
Exactly. So on the helicopter itself, there are stabilization systems that will hold the camera level, but ironically, still to get that cinema quality look, it's still, a lot of it comes down to just flight skill,
Right.
and that's kind of something I'm really working on compared to some other people trying to do this now.
All right. And the camera itself, your background isn't, camera work or video. How do you know what to buy?
I spend a lot of time in this because, ironically, when you're using cameras in the sky like this, you don't necessarily need to buy the $5,000 cameras. You just need cameras with kind of specific specifications.
High def for sure.
Yeah, well, of course, it's got to be high def. But I don't know, just a lot of research, and I kind of just took other people's opinions, put it all together, and sourced my camera.
Okay. So how does it work? This thing, you have it on the ground, and then you hook it all up, and away you go. How do you control it, and what do you I gather you can see what it's filming and so forth?
Yeah, so it's similar just to any remote control helicopter, one of the little ones you'd fly inside your house, except for I've strapped video equipment on, so I'll put it up in the air, looking at it, and once it's in the air, I'll completely take over with a little screen, and I fly it exactly like a drone. So it looks like I'm in the cockpit. I can fly it around. I have about 1,000-foot range. There can't be any obstructions in the way, but if I know where it is, I can just whip it around and I'll find it again in the sky with my eyes, and then I'll just bring it back down.
Right. And height-wise, how high do you take it?
You have to be below 400 feet, but for 99% of shots, you never need to go above 400 feet anyways.
Correct. Right. And the whole idea of it is it's a marketing tool for a golf course to present itself to it's either existing members or new members. And what's been the reaction out there in the golf world to what you're doing?
So far, every single person I've shown this to has just been absolutely blown away. And I've already have stuff lined up for next year.
Right.
And I think it's just going to keep on going like that, the more stuff I get out.
Do you run into weather issues that we had a terribly hot summer, and a lot of courses I know got burnt up despite their best efforts, so it doesn't look its best. So does that sort of put you on the sidelines?
Yeah, that's actually been probably the most difficult part of the whole summer, just because most of the work I'm doing now, for example, golf courses and real estate, all this type of work requires nice days. So that's why my goal over the winter is to kind of expand to other markets, targeting engineering firms and stuff that you don't necessarily need the good weather. It's more the data that comes from the video or photos itself.
Right. And my first experience in seeing your work was a video you did of Islington, and it looked fabulous. And it must have been a great marketing tool for you when you showed people that, and they went, "Ooh, that's pretty nice."
Exactly, yeah. And I've done a bunch more since that I'm trying to keep my logo on, just to really kind of offering kind of these videos right now for a really good price, just to kind of get my name out there. And
Sure.
most of it's, almost 99% of my business has just been word of mouth so far.
Well, good stuff. Well, we'll look forward to seeing what you come up with today, and thanks very much, and keep the eye in the sky.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Harold Howe giving you the Golf Report.